Well, hello, my beautiful people from all around the world. It's your boy Leon G. Baggill Bassin. Welcome to Ventures Access, a place where we come together to talk about the pressing topics that are affecting us in our everyday lives. If you're new to this channel, I'm inviting you to subscribe, to hit the notification button, to get notified every time we post a new video and give it a thumbs up to help with the algorithm. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that's really vast that we're going to have a chance to develop in the future videos and the videos to come. Uh, it's about fear. I feel like it's good to start off with a video that talks about fear. I think we are living in a fear-driven society. It's a very fear-driven society. We are so fearful of change. It's mind-boggling. It's amazing. The fear of losing somebody we love, the fear of rejection, the fear of losing a job, the fear of not fitting in. We're so worried about what others think about us that we don't even know where to stand. I think this is the one of the biggest problems we are faced to. Actually, we faced with. We are faced with a huge problem of not being able to unlearn what we've already learned. Part of it is because we got most of that information from our parents, our loved ones, the people that we look up to, that we feel so connected to those information. We hold on to them so dearly to the point where we feel like we're doing something wrong when we get new information that's kind of shaking those beliefs. And sometimes those beliefs are not even ours. They just beliefs that are projected into us. Sometimes they're not even ours, but we want to hold on to them because they were passed on to us by the people that we care for, the people that we care about, and we end up just holding on to those. So we end up processing new information with a heavy bias, very heavy bias. We don't process new information from a neutral point. We process new information from a bias point, resulting in us not really taking in the new information full on. So we take on this new information against this old one and end up accepting the new information as the exception to that old information, therefore leading us to make wrong decisions most of the time. We are so fearful of change. It's amazing. That's the way. We are so fearful of change, more fearful of change than we want it. You know why? Because we fear the unknown territories. We're just so fearful of it. It's amazing. But one thing we're missing out is that creation only happens from a place of uncertainty, unknown, from a void. Creation can only happen from a void. We use our imagination to fill that void, to create something that would fill that void. And life would never be so interesting if we knew everything already that we were supposed to be doing and everything that's supposed to happen. Life wouldn't have its charm if we knew everything. The beauty of life is not knowing, living from a place of the unknown. And fear is just a projection of the worst case scenario. And that's how we were built. I mean, we're not built like that, but that's how we were programmed to think. We just project ourselves in the future. It's never in the present. Fear is never in the present. It's a projection of the worst case scenario in the future. And most of the time, it's a false narrative that we put out there. Have you ever realized, have you ever noticed that everything you fear about, once you get to that very time where you're supposed to face that action or the thing that you're fearing about, the whole feeling of fear just disappears because it was a projection. It was a false narrative you built. This whole time you're suffering. But when it comes to doing what you were supposed to do, this whole thing is gone, is vanished. Could you imagine if you use that same energy on the opposite spectrum? Instead of fear, using joy, curiosity, excitement of doing something that you're not familiar with, exploring new territories, even if it's terrifying. You know, if we only used that kind of thinking, I think life would be so much better. But we're so terrified of the unknown. It's amazing. It paralyzes us. When fear is higher than intelligence, we are bound to make some wrong decisions. We're bound to make some mistakes because we're not rationalizing. We're just acting irrationally from fear. We're driven by that feeling that is unsettling. You just want to get it over with and you're not rationalizing. That's why we end up always doing the wrong thing. So I'm inviting you all to reconsider everything that you're doing, whether it's relationship, adventures, everything that you think about. When something hits you, it's always good to step outside the box and reframe the problem. I don't like calling it problem, but the challenge in a different way. It's all perspective. You know, there is always good in every situation, every single situation. But we tend to like really take experiences that we don't like as defeat or failures. But if you think about it, it's a situation that is teaching you your position towards something. If you refuse to take a position towards something, you will never understand what it takes to really get there. Even like when you feel like you are defeated, that you didn't succeed in what you wanted to do, what you fail to understand is that you're gaining more insight of how close or far you are from that situation. Now you take that insight and try to like build up on it and build from it to get to where you're trying to get. So I'm inviting you to have this habit of reframing life in a different way. So I guess I'm going to leave it here. I'm signing off. It's Leon Bassine, Ventures Access. I want us to be doing this every week, and let's definitely spread love out there and help each other go through life and spread that dope vibe. It's all about dope vibes. So much love to y'all. Leon Bassine.